Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. I am Mohammad Government Degree College, Latifabad, Hyderabad. Today I am going to deliver a lecture on electron transport chain. Electron transport chain, also known as ETC. This is the part, process of uh, aerobic respiration. This is a step of aerobic respiration, we can say. This is the last step. There is a requirement of oxygen in glycolysis and Krebs cycle do not require oxygen. Oxygen is only required for the ETC process. In this process, we will just discuss about the ETC process, how it is occurring inside the mitochondria. So let's move. ETC, already we have discussed about the glycolysis. This is a glycolysis process. It release NADH. How many? 2 NADH that produce. From the glycolysis, 2 NADH produced. 2 NADH produced. And these NADH are very important for the ETC process. Here you can see this is means utilize, means these NADH especially we use into the NADH especially we use into the this electron transport chain NADH, and Krebs cycle also produce the NADH, means NADH of glycolysis 2 NADH, and NADH of 1 paravate is 1 NADH, 2 paravate is 2 NADH. We have discussed about the oxidation of paravate, and also we have discussed about the Krebs cycle that produce 3 NADH from the Krebs cycle, single Krebs cycle. 2 Krebs cycle occur from with the 2 paravate, that's why it produce 6 NADH, and 2 NADH from the 6 NADH from the Krebs cycle, 2 NADH from the oxidation of 2 paravates, 6 plus glucose complete burning and glycolysis in Krebs cycle, or we can say the paravate that utilize electron transport chain, means single NADH, 1 NADH when that utilized into the electron transport chain at the Cristae of mitochondria that produce 3 ATP. 1 NADH when utilized into electron transport chain, then it produce 3 ATP. That's why we are here clear. One glycolysis produce 4 ATPs from that to utilize itself, and from 1 Krebs cycle 1 ATP, and 2 Krebs cycle that produce 2 ATP. So 4 ATPs are glycolysis and 2 ATPs of Krebs cycle, that are the 6 ATPs, and 10 NADH utilized by electron transport chain. So electron transport chain utilize 10 NADH, 1 NADH produce 3 ATP, 10 multiply by 3, then it produce 30 ATP, means maximum amount of ATP is produced by electron transport chain. That's around about 30 ATP are very important. 30 ATPs, especially 30 ATPs. How many? 10 NADH utilize to produce 30 ATPs. 30 ATPs. So this process commonly occurs at the Cristae of mitochondria. Cristae of mitochondria. Here in other sketch you can see this is ATP utilized 2 ATPs especially that produce 2 plus 2 4 ATPs. While here is no requirement of ATP. Here is a requirement of what thing? Paravate utilized into Krebs cycle, while NADH, what thing? NADH that are required for the electron transport chain, it is shown here, ETC. electron transport chain. What things are required? NADH. NADH produced from the this one. You can see here. It produces 3 NADH. 1, 2, and 3 NADH. 3 NADH from one pyruvate breakdown. 2 pyruvate break and it produces 6 NADH. 6 NADH from 2 Krebs cycles. And 4 NADH especially means produce 2 NADH produced by especially glycolysis, and 2 NADH produced by 2 NADH, again you listen, 2 NADH produced by 2 NADH produced by glycolysis, and 2 NADH produced by oxidation of 2 pyruvates. 2 plus 2, 4, and 6 NADH produced from the Krebs cycle. So total NADH will be 10 NADH. So let's move this NADH. This is a NADH. This NADH utilized into complex system 1, and this is NAD means hydrogen utilized into. This is a hydrogen release out, and this electron and hydrogen ions move into this one and move then towards the this one, and again it move toward the cytochrome B complex 4, and if the complex 4 system there is a hydrogen ion, 2 hydrogen ions are required here, 2 hydrogen ions required here, and electrons are present in free form, while oxygen utilized from the atmosphere. Means keep in mind one oxygen molecule that's utilized from the air atmosphere, and 2 electrons and 2 hydrogen ions. These three things when collectively combined together that form the water molecule. So for the formation of water molecule there is a requirement of oxygen. Only ETC is responsible to utilize oxygen, while glycolysis and Krebs cycle do not require oxygen. And Krebs ETC process occur at the Cristae region. Means 1 NADH utilized to produce 3 ATP molecules. 3 ATP molecules, yeah, 3 ATP that produced by single NADH. Sorry, single NADH. Single NADH produce 3 ATP. 1 NADH when completely utilized, then it produce 3 ATPs. 3 ATPs produced here. So 3 ATPs from the 1 ETC electron transport process. So here again you listen carefully. 1 NADH utilized into the complex system 1. It release hydrogen ion and electrons that move from complex system 1 to complex system 2. These are the protein complex system. Complex system 2 to complex system 2, there is a requirement of also FADH. FADH also form the Krebs cycle. One Krebs cycle produce 1 FADH2. Complex system 2 to complex system 3, then complex system 3 to 4, then it produce the ATP. Again keep in mind again you should keep in mind it's a redox reaction system. Redox reduction occur at complex system. Electrons use NADH release and utilize, and it release NADH, then it add electrons and hydrogen ions remove out. This hydrogen ions again utilized into the processes further. So one oxygen and hydrogen, and electrons added together that form the water molecule. And how many ATPs form? 3 ATP from 1 NADH utilization. 3 ATPs form from 1 NADH utilization in this mechanism. When 3 NADH utilized, then it form how many? 1 ATP. So 10 NADH formed from the glycolysis, oxidation of pyruvate